Hello, everybody. Um, Happy Easter on this Monday, the first Monday after Easter. It is still Easter for a lot of days, and I hope you were all able to worship with us yesterday or somewhere um, via Facebook or YouTube. Um, in some of the things that I'm able to do these days, I've done some research, and one of the hymns that most of you know that I really love is a little hymn called Jesus Loves Me. It's the gospel in a child's verse. Here's a little bit of a background on it. Anna and Susan Warner lived in a lovely townhouse in New York City where their father was a successful lawyer. But the Panic of 1837 wrecked the family's finances, forcing them to move into a ramshackle Revolutionary War era home on Constitution Island on the Hudson, right across from the military academy at West Point. Now, needing to contribute to the family's income, both Anna and Susan began to write poems and stories for publication. Anna wrote Robinson Crusoe's Farmyard, and Susan wrote something entitled The Wide, Wide World. The girls thus launched parallel literary careers. Lots of stuff they wrote. One of their most successful joint projects was a novel titled Say and Seal, in which a little boy named Johnny Fox is critically ill. His Sunday school teacher, John Linden, comforts him by taking him in his arms, rocking him, and making up a little song. Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so. The novel became a bestseller, second only to Uncle Tom's Cabin, and when the hymn writer William Bradbury read the text of John Linden's little song, which was written by Anna, he set a childlike musical score, a lilting tune to go along with those words. Jesus loves me, this I know. And it soon became a very, very well-known children's hymn. Despite the success of some of the literary things that the girls wrote, they never really seemed to recover from struggling with the financial reverses of 1836. Years later, a friend wrote this about Anna. He said, one day, when sitting with Miss Anna in the old living room, she took from one of the cases a shell so delicate that it looked like lacework, and holding it in her hands, with eyes dimmed with age and tears, she said, "There was a time when I was very perplexed. Bills were unpaid, necessities must be had, and someone sent me this exquisite thing. As I held it, I realized that if God could make this beautiful home for a little creature, he too would take care of me." For 40 years, Susan and Anna conducted Bible classes for the cadets at West Point, and both were buried with full military honors. In fact, at that time, they were the only civilians buried in the military cemetery at West Point, with no military people in their family. And their home is still being maintained as a museum in their memory on Constitution Island, and it is maintained by West Point. I looked at their lifetimes, and I looked at the struggles that they had, and when Anna says she was very perplexed, her bills were unpaid, she needed to get necessities to live. That sounds like what some people are going through in this day and age as they deal with Corona. And I thought, oh, okay, this is a message for all times and all places. Let me read some of the words to you, and you may say them with me if you have them memorized. Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so. Little ones to him belong, they are weak, but he is strong. Jesus loves me. He who died heaven's gate to open wide. He will wash away my sin. Let his little child come in. Jesus, take this heart of mine. Make it pure and wholly thine. Thou hast bled and died for me. I will henceforth live for thee. There's an Easter message in that, isn't it? And here's a message of comfort. Jesus loves me. He will stay close beside me all the way. He's prepared a home for me, and someday his face I'll see. That's Anna's words. We sing it a little bit differently now, but we always end with this refrain. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. The Bible tells me so. And yes, the Bible does tell us so. This is a time for all of us to take time to read, to pray, to evaluate what it is that we can do for Christ, what we can do to deploy, as Pastor Rogers mentioned yesterday in his sermon. How can we do those things out in the world today? I pray that you're all safe, and stay safe, stay well, be smart. Don't expose yourself to a whole lot of germs. I've never washed my hands so much. I need a lot more lotion, and I need a haircut. So for all of us, I guess that's not the worst struggle in the world, but boy, I've come to appreciate a whole lot of new stuff. You take care. Love you all, and we'll see you soon.